Hey y'all, what's up? I'm back. Okay, so I have been going on vacation. It's been my birthday. I've been doing a whole lot, so I have not been actually available to do videos, but I'm trying to get back on track. So I'm here tonight for Married to Medicine. This is still season 2. This is episode number 12. I think I skipped 10 and 11 or something like that, but I might be off track. I don't even know, but in any event, this is my review, and I don't have any notes, so I will be going back and forth. One second. So first, we're gonna go ahead and start this off. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible without any notes. But first, we're gonna start off with Okay, so first we start off where we left off at the cabin in Blue Ridge. The ladies are all waking up for breakfast in the morning. Toya is scheduled to cook breakfast this morning. Um, Everybody knows what happened in Blue Ridge last week, so we're not going to recap that. But anyway, Toya is scheduled to do breakfast this morning, so she is, they pan over to the cabin where Toya is in, and it ends up being her husband that's cooking breakfast. So everybody is kind of just getting up, getting ready for breakfast and getting prepared. So everybody had a good night. The ladies, Toya, Lisa, Nicole, and Clyde are sitting in the room talking, and Toya does reveal to the ladies that Simone mentioned to Mariah to come to the cabin. So Clyde is just like, why is it that Mariah feels so, why Simone feels so required to actually try to get them together? Like, she don't understand that. That's just crazy to her. Like, she has stood firm on how she feel about Mariah, and she doesn't want her around, or she don't want to be around. And if they have to choose, then she would just choose her if that's the situation. So she just really tired of Simone pressing the issue. So we get to Toya and her husband. Toya talking to her husband, talking about uh, it was supposed to be a us situation that was gonna be cooking or whatever, and whatever. Toya ain't gonna do that. So we get into breakfast and whatnot, and so Quad, they talk about Quad having a glam squad come in. Somebody's doing her hair and makeup. Quad pulls Simone to the side and whispers in her ear about the whole telling Mariah to come. Simone feels like, some type of betrayal because somebody told Mariah somebody told Quad what was going on. So she kind of feels some kind of way about that. She pulled him over to the table and tell him basically, all the ladies that she did actually tell Mariah to come out, but she's really just coming from a good place. And, she was not trying to do anything malicious with inviting her. So, again, Quad does voice to everybody, she doesn't understand why she keeps on pushing the issue. And so, Quad reveals to her that, Mariah's restraining order against Rico Chappelle, and everybody's just kind of shocked about that. So Toya does volunteer herself as a witness to the whole situation with Quad and Rico Chappelle. And so she decided to say that she'll be a witness. She'll go to court for Rico on Rico's side, basically, because Quad is like, I know that Rico didn't assault her at that night. So at that point, Simone just like, okay, fine, shoot me, kill me, I'm done with it. I'm not gonna try to suggest this meet up anymore. I'm through with that, it is what it is, and she just kind of threw the mess, washed her hands of the situation, or washed her hands of was trying to be a peacemaker. So, so when she said that, everybody was just like, okay. So Toya was like, well, some kind of way Simone was like, well, where did you get that information from? And she was just like, Toya was like, you told us. You told me and Dr. Henry. And she did. She did actually tell them that last week. So Simone is like forgetful of what she said or who she told what to or whatnot, because she gossiping, and that's what gossips do. They forget and stuff because they be talking about their friends to other friends, and that's just how shit happens. So she kind of got upset, and they kind of went back and forth. But Quad was just like, this is really not even a reason for you two to be arguing. She was just like, it is what it is, and that's that. So Simone just kind of got quiet. Toya was really pissed off about this because it's just like she said, every time, that she always forgetful of what she did or what she said or how the shit happened at the actual situation. But at the end of the day, it happened a different kind of way. She like she did in the beginning of the season with her husband. I did say before that Simone was wrong at that time too, and Simone was wrong this time as well. So Toya was pretty pissed about it, and I probably would have been pissed about it as well. So Toya went into the room to vent with her husband, and Quad and Simone kind of walked off to the side, and Simone again just kind of voiced how she was just trying to be, she was trying to be genuine. She was trying to be the peacemaker in the whole situation, and she also did say that maybe she shouldn't have made up with Toya so quickly because Toya so fast to damn turn on her and shit like this. So let's see what else happened. Let me go. Dr. Jackie Hudson gets there and whatnot. Dr. Aiden and Mariah packing to go on another camping trip because Mariah was kicked off the island or whatnot. She keep on saying voted off the island. So her other friends gonna invite her to another cabin so she can have a camping trip or glamping trip of her own since she was kicked off of this. And Aiden not going, but Aiden just like, I didn't even do nothing. I got kicked off. So Mariah was like, you got kicked off by association, which is normally what happens. So we get back to the cabin, couples trip. Everybody's getting ready to go zip lining. Dr. Heavenly, first she was like, I ain't going to zip line, I ain't going. But then when Dr. Greg wanted to go, whatever, Dr. Damon or whatever his name, her husband, he wanted to go, so she decided to go anyway because she all submissive and supportive and whatnot. So anyway, yeah. So everybody went zip lining. That was that. Nothing really interesting happened in that part. Mariah made it to her little camping place, and they just really talking about the whole situation. She talking about them women the whole time, and I don't want to talk about Mariah. She tell them what happened and whatnot, and how she feel about her side and whatnot. That's why they on it. And I'm just not believing Mariah at this time. I can't wait till this reunion come on though, so I can really find out what happened. So then we get back to the couple's cabin, and the guys standing outside talking, and Dr. Greg's talking about his whole cheating situation again that he's trying to squirm out of, but not getting out of. How he trying to justify cheating, and if woman is not doing her part as a wifely duties or whatnot to satisfy her man, and he go out and meet somebody else or kick it or have sex with somebody else, it's both of their fault. It's not just his fault. So the guy's trying to tell him, if you cheat, it's your fault, which it is. I mean, you make your own choices. Just because one person is not doing something doesn't mean you go out to do something else. That is your choice. So he can go on home and miss me with that bullshit. But anyway, they were sitting outside talking. Most of the guys definitely did not agree with him. He talking crazy. Tonight I did actually see why some of these women are attracted to some of these men, but whatnot, whatever. The ladies come out basically doing their little talk and kind of break up their little talk or whatnot. Again, I'm not going to talk about Mariah and her whole situation with her other friends. We get back to the couples trip, and we are now having the round circle and the whole couples talk situation. So all the couples talking, gonna write down some of the issues in their relationship, and basically just kind of we'll talk about each issue anonymously. So when they get ready to pass out the papers, first of all, Dr. Heavenly wants her husband's paper. She's like, give me his paper. I know his issues. So they like, he got his own voice. She was like, his voice is my voice. Dr. Heavenly, get a man the goddamn paper so he can write his own goddamn issues with you. You don't even look like you don't even let him have no damn issues with your ass. Let him write his own shit. He just sitting there quiet because he don't even give a fuck. So they asked a question about how many times a week couples should have sex. So and her husband talking about They started out saying they was gonna have sex once a week, but they not having it. So they just like, oh, blah blah. So clearly, Toy and her husband not having sex once a week. Um, then they asked the question about cheating. No. Oh, Lisa Nicole said her husband have sex as much as he wants to, as much as she wants to. If your man or woman want to have sex, they gotta get it. So you gotta please him, he gotta please you. That's Nicole and Doctor Lisa Nicole and what's that boy? Um, do we deserve a second chance in the marriage? This is when they started about the cheating. This is when we revealed that Lisa Nicole and her husband had some infidelity issues a couple of times. So it seems like she took him back after a couple of times. Dr. Simone was like, it kind of depends on a whole lot of things before you decide to take him back even once, but let alone a second time. And, basically he was just like, as long as I've been, my wife's forgiven me, and we moved on, then that's all that matters to him. So he was just like, that question was like, did work get in the way? Then Dr. Jackie chimed in on that, and Curtis, and he basically did just want to kind of call her out. And she was just like, it's supposed to be anonymous or whatever, but he basically saying her work get in the way, she work a lot. Then they start talking about Quad, her husband start talking about Quad and having her own company and whatnot, and how he feel like she's not going to be able to perform her what she need to be doing as a wife, and she going to be working. And, she just got to she's saying that she just got to prove to him that, this is important to her to be able to do something for herself. And Dr. Jackie haven't chimed in and agree with it, And that's true, even though we say independent women this, independent women that, if you are educated, you want to use your education, you want to be prosperous, you want to have things, you want to be a contributor into the relationship, not just a receiver and not just a housewife. Most women are in this day and age just are not like that. So then Dr. Sawyer husband started talking about them having kids, and they just thought like, okay, wow, well, then they started talking about the whole Quad and having kids situation. So Dr. Sawyer husband said that, in a marriage, her uterus is my uterus, and my money is her money, and honey, all that craziness. Her uterus is my uterus, really? Okay, whatever. I guess that's my first time hearing something like that. So Dr. Jackie started talking about to her husband, and she revealed to him that, the whole, one thing that she asked him was he never had in life he wanted. He said a son. She was just like, that was something that I couldn't give you. She kind of got emotional about that, and he was just like, he was glad that she revealed that to him, because he didn't really know her true feelings about, that statement that he made to her. And everybody kind of got emotional during that situation. Let's see what else. Y'all, like I said, I ain't take no notes, so I'm just laying them back here, but I'm almost finished. Oh, so we get back to the cabin, and I did say I wasn't gonna talk about Mariah. They ain't doing this for real. They go play football. The couples get back to the cabin. They go on to play football or whatnot. It looked like they was having a good time or whatever, playing football. Wasn't too much going on in that scene. Dr. Jackie and her husband Curtis had a heart-to-heart talk about the whole baby situation. So they came to the conclusion that basically, they are going to try to see eye to eye on waiting on to have a baby, if it can be arranged in their future. But he just told her that he really don't see it right now for them, but he gonna try. Her husband also had a heart-to-heart about the whole company, her having her own company, her own business, and he's like, he's gonna support her, because she did explain that when she was a child, her dad used money as power, and she wants to be able to just have her own. So he is gonna support her, and it was a real cute scene on that front too, with her husband. But yeah, that was basically pretty much the gist of the episode, you guys, and I will definitely be back next week for Married to Medicine, and I can't wait on this reunion, because it's gonna be, I heard it's gonna be real good. Alright, well, peace out, and I'll be back for Love and Hip Hop. See ya.